Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. Quick video. I gotta cut the grass, as you guys can see, and a few other projects, but just a quickie here. You guys know I was out in Massachusetts, and I had a visit with Dizzy. Then he and I took a run up to see Musty One. Well, part of the deal was I brought a couple of go-karts. They went to Dizzy, and then the SL100 went to Musty One, and this is what I came back with. This is a burned up, right? You can see it's kind of burned up. It is a Carter Talon, as near as I can tell, and from the bucket seats, right, you guys can see it's got a pair of bucket seats in it. From the bucket seats, I think, don't know, but I think it's a 1984. As you look at the gas tank there, you can kind of see the flame marks and the way the foams melted. I think the fire was mostly concentrated in and back there, you know, right around there. It's like there's some foam left on the top of the seats, but the bottom's been more or less completely consumed. You can still see some words and stuff like right there on the floor. So I'm thinking more or less from here to here was the fire. So put yourself right in the center and go down low. It's down in there. I haven't looked it over all that well, though there was some hacking and a picking going on here, right? You guys could like that, I guess. That turns on and off the bathroom light. And this here, I don't know, this is the bat switch. It sends signals to Batman. So here it is. I think, I don't know, so I can only think. And I'm not sure why I think this, but I think it's a 2004. And once again, I'm going with what I was able to pick up by looking at a bunch of images on eBay. From what I've, not eBay, Google. From what I could also tell, this appears to be a brake, right? That appears to be the emergency brake. My guess is that this thing has the constant velocity transmission. I do have the engine for it, and I am going to smash that on. The engine. This kind of was like this, and you know, supported by that. So the engine kind of hung from here, and there's another couple of motor mounts for it. So the engine kind of hung suspended right in this area. I mean, you could see the chain drive and so forth. My plan for now, I'm going to put the OEM, actually the engine that burned up, back on this thing. The engine that burned up, though the carburetor melted off of it and it got, you know, it got cooked, it didn't appear as if it affected the engine block itself. I need to... I should have this thing in the camera shot as I'm talking. I think, for some reason, I'm thinking I checked the compression on that thing, but I'm not remembering. I guess I need to dig that engine out and put another few minutes into it and make sure it's going to work. A replacement engine you could buy on eBay, $50, $60, $70, depending on, you know, which person you buy it from. Depending on what components you get, if you get it ready to bolt right on, it's about $300. It does not come with the, I'm going to call it the tail shaft, which goes to the motor is basically a scooter motor. So what you have is the engine and the transmission and the whole bit, and basically on the very end of it a shaft sticks out. Now if it was a scooter, what hangs off that shaft is a gear and brakes for the back wheel. It's all in one. On this thing, you got a big round hunk that hangs off the back of it, and they got a sprocket bolted to it, which obviously drives this. One of my subscribers, when I had the motor, when I had a video up on it, he said that sprocket is for reverse, and I kind of disagreed. But now looking at this, given that they have a brake here with a couple of cables on it, with hydraulic and a brake cable, I'm thinking that, well, this could be the emergency brake, or that could be the emergency brake, and this could be the hydraulic brakes. So why would you put yet a third brake onto the engine itself? So that doesn't make sense. I think this is the regulator. I think it's gone. The CDI unit. I'm not sure what this was. It's dead. Or that. So this is a. By the way, just quickly on this, I'm kind of impressed with the way it's built. The metal seems to be thick. It seems to be well reinforced. There seems to be a lot of it. I mean, these are a little thinner, but the rest of it seems to be well made. I don't see any dents in it. You know what I mean? Like as you, the seat belts would be smacking this, and I don't feel any dents in any of this, right? I mean, it all seems really in pretty decent shape. The front isn't stoved in or anything. It does have some rust, but even the way it's rusting, it's not like deep pits, right? I mean, you got a little bit of pitting here where it burned up, but elsewhere, like, people touched here, so you would expect like the sweat to cause deep pits. I'm not seeing that. So they actually made this out of halfway decent steel, halfway thick steel. I think it's worth the trouble of putting it together. I think it'll be a nice rig. Right now, what is the plan? The plan is, well, let's start with a wish. You know, Musty One has a Volkswagen nut right close to him, so whenever he has anything heavy to move, he just gives his neighbor a call and they handle it. Volkswagen Nut's a very strong young man. With you, Dizzy, in his neighborhood, if you need to move something, people like come out of just kind of show up and help you, and you know, you shoot the bull for a while and they leave. I mean, it's really nice. Where I am, you hear the birds chirping. I got nobody to help. My sons are all grown up and moved out, so I got to figure out how to get this off the truck. Probably what I'll do is I'll back it over there and then hook up to and drag it out. Maybe I'll put a video up on it. You never know, sometimes these things go wrong. But right now my plan is to put the OEM burned up engine back on it and see what kind of shape I'm in. I am going to stabilize it. Probably I gotta get it cleaned up and see how bad it is, but I do want to stabilize it because I want to do something with this. Yeah, now I'm thinking about the Yerf dog in the back. Anyhow, I should stop thinking about it. I gotta make a plan for that thing, a different plan. All right, folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Hot as hell out today, so make sure you stay hydrated, right? Don't go into meltdown mode. It makes it hard to enjoy all your days when you're lying in the sun like like a parched mushroom. So drink plenty of water. Anyway, folks, once again, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Please push the up button and make comments. I love the comments. Keep your feet down, keep your heads up, and get out there and enjoy all your days. Bye now, folks.